good.
Well, I mean, there are 6 of us up here.
You'll be in non-talkies.
And so it starts. Hi everybody, I'm Treble, and usually this is really easy because it's like, this is insert band name here. But these are 5 very talented individuals who we've been very, very lucky because of Patrick to have here on the Breakfast Club show this morning. They are all comedians based here in Tucson, and we've had a few of you guys up on stage so far and absolutely loving the material. So I guess we will start down there because people who sit out in the end, I always love it because they think they're safe. Yeah, no, that's not the legal place here. I always go to the ends for it. So we will start with you, if you could just introduce yourselves quickly, and then we can get to like the hard-hitting questions.
All right, my name is Sean Nash. Originally hailed from Flint, Michigan. Been out here about 6 years now. Been doing comedy for about 6 months now.
Oh, closer to your mouth.
Like this?
Cheap date.
Is this close enough?
Like a cheap date.
Like a cheap date.
Well, I don't want to get your mic wet.
Yeah. Next.
All right, here you go. That's a microphone, Simon.
Oh, nobody ever explained it to me like that before. My name is Simon. I like using one name, Simon. I figured if one name was good enough for Mo, Larry, and Curly, it should certainly be good enough for me. I was born in New York, lived in Florida, North Carolina, and now on my last stop is Tucson. And I'm turning it over to Patrick.
Well, first off, I'd like to thank all these guys for showing up for this show tonight. Or this morning, I keep saying night, this morning, putting this together for these guys. And for us to get the exposure like this is phenomenal. And, there's a lot of things you can do with money, and there's some things you can't. This is one of those things that money can't buy. Exposure is awesome, so I really appreciate Carolyn having us here, the River's Edge giving us a chance to do this. I know they're more musically based than comedy based, but it's fantastic to have this venue to do this in. And we're not done. We're halfway through what we got. We got several more guys to bring up for you. I've only been doing this a couple of years myself. Simon's been doing it since Moses was a child, but I'm catching up. So it's been fantastic to be here, and I hope that this will give us a new venue that we can come and do this for you on a regular basis. Even if it's twice a month or once a week, we'd be happy with whatever we can get. Just some new exposure, new crowd. We do, all of us, I think. Walt, did you get your start at Laughs?
What?
At Laughs?
Yeah.
Okay. All of us here got our start at Laughs Comedy Club, and they have our open mic on Thursday night that we all perform in, and then they also do shows on the weekend with big time names on Fridays and Saturday nights, 2 shows a night. If there's a long weekend like Memorial Day or something, they'll do an extra on Sunday. They're also fantastic too in helping out in events for fundraisers. So if there's a fundraiser you might need to have and you want comedians to do it, can't even say the word right, that's a great place to contact. The number there,
Sorry.
the number there is 32funny, or the website is laughstucson.com, and they can help you out with anything you might need there. So, and if you like what you see of us, please come and see us, and maybe we can move from the Thursday night shows to the Friday and Saturday night shows as well. I know Walt and Simon have done some guest sets and some other work there. So, by all means, please come and see us. We would love to see you all there. I'm going to turn this to Carolyn right now.
And I'm going to turn it straight over to Mr. Walt.
Hi, I'm Walt Maxim. I started comedy at Laughs in '98 doing open mics and turned pro in 2001. I'm 65 years old, so I'm on the downside of my comedy career right now. The highlight being last year when I was in Iraq entertaining the troops, and you would all do it if you had the opportunity, trust me. I'm a regular feature here in Tucson. I perform usually twice a year. Sometime I'll do an opening spot at Laughs, but I'm bumped up to the feature section, so I'm happy about that. There's only 2 features in Tucson, so they bring the headliners from out of town and we get our work that way. So that's it for me.
Hi, I'm Jerry Robin. New to Tucson, just moved here about 15 months ago, decided to check out the comedy scene. I have dabbled in the past with comedy, and here I am. Kind of where everybody else is at this stage. But I enjoy it as an outlet, something fun to explore, and takes up time and gets me out of the house, which my wife is happy about, because it gives her the space that she needs. So
It's always important.
that's really about all I got to say. I hope you will come and see me at Laughs and these other venues, and look forward to meeting you.
Very
Thanks.
cool.
And this question I'll address to you before I ask individual questions. But as for comedians, I mean, I think in Tucson, we all pretty much know about Laughs. One of the bigger venues, definitely. I think it's about the only comedy club in town. So they've kind of got that locked up. If you want to go someplace and see comedians, you're pretty much stuck at Laughs, other than, you know, some other things which hopefully Tucson can get into, because, you know, I mean, we all make jokes. You know, the ones who have already been up there have made some jokes about the economy, but it's kind of serious and it sort of sucks, and, you know, there's always somebody bitching about something going on. So getting people to laugh is a really good thing, and, you know, kind of a way to forget about all the other bullshit going on during the day. So, you know, Laughs kind of has it locked up, but maybe getting some other places out there, getting some comedy in there, lightening the mood a little bit would be a good thing. Laughs, give us, you know, I think you said Thursday night is open night, and then Friday and Saturday they usually have headliners, features, and then an opener.
Correct.
Okay.
Or a guest set.
Or a guest set, okay. So that's about it. So if you own a club and you want to bring in people and have them laughing and drinking and having a good time, you might want to contact some of these people. Just saying. Anyways, we will start down on the end with you again. And you're all going to have to pay attention. This is like kindergarten, kids, or the dating game, or whatever you want to do. Bachelor number 1, you're all getting the same question. How did you come about actually, you know, because it does take balls to get up on stage, and you're all men, so that kind of works. I didn't say it. But anyways, how did you actually segue into becoming a stand-up comedian, deciding that instead of just making your friends laugh all the time, you actually wanted to get on the stage and do this?
I guess I'd have to say it's something I always knew that I was going to do. Ever since I was 7, 8 years old, I'd watch Rosie O'Donnell on VH1 when she used to perform on there. It's just something I've always wanted to do. I always knew I would have the chops to do it, so I signed up for an open mic, and it didn't go as well as I thought it would. It was another 6 months before I actually did it again. You actually find out, you think you're funny, but then you find out how truly unfunny you are. But you know, once you break that barrier of the stage fright and all that, it's what I want to do. And I just always had the drive for it. So that's really how I broke into it.
Very good.
So.
Mr. Simon, same question.
Well, when I was a kid, I used to love watching comedies. The ones I watched, most of the people probably never heard of. Laurel and Hardy, Abbott and Costello, Fred Allen, Jack Benny. And between the time I was a kid watching comedies and doing stand-up comedy, I was in over 70 plays. I did children's theater, musicals, dramas, comedies. Then I decided I'd like to see if I can make people laugh. And most of the time I succeed. Okay, that's it for me.
Well, that's kind of funny. I had written a few things comically, and I hadn't done anything with it, but I've always been good at public speaking. I can get in front of a crowd, I don't get that nervous. It's just something I've been able to do. When I was in high school, they would say, we need somebody to host this event you're it. I said, I did it last time. They're like, yeah, but you talk well in front of other people, so your speaking ability is better than mine, you're going to do it. And I'm like, but I don't want to this time. And of course I would still get up and go ahead and do it. And so the first time I ever really did stand-up was on a cruise ship, believe it or not. That was probably the best part of the entire cruise. I don't know if you've ever taken a cruise to Alaska. My advice is don't. They tell you about all the wildlife you're going to see. The most dangerous thing I saw while I was there was a yellow banana slug. And it's only dangerous if you pick it up and eat it. So I'm thinking that's not dangerous, that's just stupid. So I didn't do well on the cruise at all. After a while, being in Alaska, people going, look at the bald eagle, look at the bald eagle, look at the bald eagle. You realize they're pigeons in Alaska. They're everywhere. So everybody sees them, and I don't know, it just wasn't that big a deal. The fun part for me on the cruise was getting the chance to do stand-up and watching all the other people get seasick. I did not get seasick. We hit 7-foot swells doing 22 knots, and that's around 50 miles an hour in a big ship, and watching the boat rock back and forth, and the little kid saying to his mom, Mommy, I don't feel so good. Well, if you eat something, you'll feel better, son.
Oh.
Well, Mom, I really don't want to eat this. Well, eat it and feel better. So he put down a pancake or two, and while he was sitting there, he goes, Mom, I really don't feel so good. Right in Mom's lap across the table. I'm like, that's poetic justice. So that's really where I got started. I have a mentor, a friend of mine named Matt Woods, who had heard some of my stuff while I was in the office, and he's a stand-up comic from the 80s. He wrote for the Roseanne Barr Show, did some other things. I didn't know this about him until at that time, and he heard me and he said, you know, that you're really funny. Have you ever thought about doing it on stage? And I said no, and because of Matt Woods, I went up on stage, and I've been with it ever since. I had a night like Sean did where things just don't go well no matter what you do, and I thought about at that point, which is about 1.5 years ago or so, where I was just going to quit, and I, decided, you know what, maybe it was, I don't know, I like punishment, so I went back and did it the following week. I got a totally different response, and I've been working it ever since, and at that point I realized sometimes it's just an off. You don't want to blame it on the crowd, you want to blame it on your material, but there are instances where it just doesn't work. So you go back, you regroup, and you start over and see what happens. And I've been doing it since, and the response I got here this morning with this crowd, people seem to like what we're doing, so I greatly appreciate everybody being here and the opportunity to have this venue to do this in. So from there, I'll pass it back on to Carolyn and on to Walt.
And I will totally just pass it on to Walt.
I know, I'm just like this spokesmodel in a minute.
In 1998, I had a chance encounter with the UPS guy where I worked, and he said, hey, you should come down and open mic and check it out. So we got talking about comedy, and I went down there, and I just wasn't sure about something that I wanted to do, but I wasn't real sure. So a particular weekend, I was over in Albuquerque at a veterans function, and the keynote speaker was the guy that had his legs blown off in Vietnam and had walked across America in the 80s on his hands from one end to the other. And his whole theory was that if you want to try something, that's the victory right there. So I came back, and that Thursday I went up on stage, and the rest is history. I just loved it. I figured, this guy, people do some insurmountable things in their lives. And like I say, I've been professional since 2001, and I'm just going to keep plugging along till I die, I guess. Because
They stop laughing.
I'm closer to dying than I am to being born, based on the national average. So I'll hang in there till it's done.
Thanks, Walt. This is Jerry Robin, and I got into this, as I said earlier, just recently for my wife to get out of the house, because it's easy for me to just stay in the house for weeks on end. I have no problem with it as long as there's power and there's a television set. No problem.
Internet and cable, and we're all
and I don't have to see anybody. But I enjoy seeing if what I think is funny is truly funny to a group of other comics and even an actual audience. And sometimes it is, and most times it isn't. But you just keep going until it works one time, and then you know you're a comic genius. I hope to keep doing this for a while longer. I suffered a heart attack when I was 42, and I survived. Had triple bypass when I was 47. Survived that, and I ran the Marine Corps Marathon less than 2 years later. And so I just said, you know, I might as well just do what I want to do, and you only got this one shot, and trying to have fun with it. So, thanks a lot, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you at one of my gigs.
Hopefully.
Definitely. Because I catch us on everything. I know a lot of the part about being a stand-up comedian, it's like we can all amuse ourselves all day long. And, you know, I'll say things, and sometimes I don't mean to be funny. And, you know, I look around after, you know, I'll say something and all my friends are laughing, and it's like, I hang around some really sick fucks. It's like, you people are seriously, yes, I had to say fuck. I mean, it's the internet. It's, you gotta get in one or two, but that's in addition to this show. I'm just gonna bird. They fuck on the internet. I can give you a few sites. Anyways, that's about it. And, you know, but
we just want yours.
oh, yeah, I bought the Masters. It cost me way too much, because that's the last thing I need to do is have my kids come home being like, Mommy, little Billy saw you on the internet. No.
I didn't do that.
So, and this will haunt me forever now. So, but yeah, I mean, a lot of times you know, I mean, I have friends who've been comedians, and they're like, yeah, I don't know if I can say that. And then you realize, you know, some really sick, twisted individuals, because they're like, and it's like, oh my God, but that was wrong. Because my baseline for most of my friends is just keep marshmallows in your car, because when I do finally burst into flames, you'll be prepared. That's about it for it. So, one question for everybody here. I know Walt may have about probably the best answer for this. Do any of you, other than the Thursday night open mic at Laughs, have anything coming up? I know you do, Patrick. That would be November 17th. So we can start with you, and you can tell us a little bit about the next time we can see you, and then if anybody else has anything coming up, definitely want to hear it so we can let the people out there watching know about it as well.
Thank you for that. Thursday nights, of course, at Laughs, open mic night will be there, or I'll be there this Thursday. But I do have a very huge event that's very close to my heart coming up on November the 17th. It is the Buried Alive. Michael Howell is going to be buried 6 feet deep and attempt to escape from this. It's a trick Houdini was working on when he died, and so Michael's going to do this. There have been several magicians who have tried the same trick and died while doing it. Tickets for this event are $8, and all of the proceeds go to Rose Ranch Animal Rescue. And it's going to be a carnival-type atmosphere. There are going to be different bands playing out there, jumping castles, fireworks after the end of it, fire dancers while we're there. Food's going to be provided.
Gods of Wrath are playing.
Gods of Wrath, El Loco, Heart to Heart, D2D.
Audio Pilots.
Audio Pilots, Cheryl Whitmer, her band, she's a great friend of mine.
Trinity.
Trinity is going to be playing, for those of you who like your metal a little harder, so it's great stuff. So, wait a second. Is D2D going to be playing on the 17th? Don't know. Okay, that's still up in the air.
No.
So, okay, so that's not going to happen. Okay, D2D is not going to be there. Sorry about that.
So there's another reason to come. No. I love you. I love you when you know it.
Izzy, you got anything going on that day? Are you going to be up there playing in a different band, maybe?
I'll be up there for sure.
We're going to pull him up and put him in.
We'll put him on some. Maybe there'll be an all-star jam and we can get him up with everybody else. Because if you haven't seen this little motherfucker play guitar,
fucking
that is a guitar player right there, people. I'm telling you. You can't see him. He's hiding. He's being a little humble over here, but damn can he play.
He's never humble.
Amazing. No, he's not humble on stage. That's for damn sure.
No, because he fucking rocks.
Amazing stuff on stage. So that's what I've got going on November 17th. Like I said, tickets $8. Kids are free.
Are you guys playing?
It's in Miranda at the Rose Ranch Animal Rescue. Yeah. No, I said.
You said Gods of
Gods of Wrath. Yes, I did. Gods of Wrath is playing.
We got us.
So, and we got you again. And there are other things going on there. It's going to be an amazing day. Starts at 10 a.m. runs till I believe 10 p.m. So it's going to be unbelievable. So it's going to be an amazing time. And like I said, I was a dog handler in the military for 7 years, and so I really understand how animals can provide security and for me, my dog was my partner the 7 years I was a dog handler. So he was a very critical part to me. So it's something that's very close to my heart, taking care of animals that we have out there. So you can look me up on Facebook. You can find me. I'm Patrick Payton, and it's Payton. You can find me on Facebook. Send me a like. I'll like you back, and we'll get the leads that I have to that show. Tom Rodriguez.
There is an event page.
There's also an event page, and that's linked to my page, so you can get that as well. A fantastic day of just all kinds of comedians, rock bands, fire dancers. Magicians are going to be walking around the crowd teaching tricks. We've got, and like I said, it's all going to come to a culmination at the end with Michael Howell being buried alive 6 feet deep and escaping from this coffin. So again, I'm going to pass this on down to Sean. If he's got anything coming up, he can let you know.
The only thing I've got coming up is I'm going to be prostituting this weekend.
Nice!
Yes!
2-for-1 blowjobs. No. Really, the only thing, if salad tossing's extra though. Really, the only thing
you can pill drive, it's all good.
If you want to watch, I'll give you a discount. The only thing I really got going on is you can follow me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter, Sean SHAUN NASH 420 on Twitter. Yeah, I'm a pothead. I'm legal though, so I mean, I guess I'm a patient. I guess would be the proper term there.
You're in treatment.
Yes. For it's chronic treatment.
You want to hear the worst part? I totally qualify. I can't smoke pot for shit. How much does that piss me off?
They have edibles.
Yeah.
No.
Are you just not trying hard enough?
I fall the fuck asleep. Seriously, I can do that with a pillow.
Yeah, well, that's not a horrible thing, is it?
No, but it's
all I do is sleep. Oh, it's not like you're out there, blowing people for dime bags and shit, It's sleep. You're all right.
The barbecue sauce rocks, though. Anybody out there listening? Seriously, don't give it to your kids. I would never do that.
I do have a YouTube channel. It's Sean SHAUN Go 80, where I do post my sets whenever I do record them. And then that's it. That's all I really got going on in my life. So I'm going to give this on to Simon.
Prostitution and Facebook.
It's the same thing.
That's my life.
It's the same thing.
Well, I do periodic guest sets at
And
Labs.
blowjobs. Thank you. Yes.
But I don't do blowjobs though. Nobody would want one from me. But as I said, I do periodic guest sets at Labs. Every once in a while I'm hired by a private organization to entertain. And should anybody else be interested, I can be reached at simbald@yahoo.com. That's Symbol, short for Simon the Bald. And that's what I have going on right now.
I did forget to mention my my YouTube page, which is Laughs, LAFFS Patrick, PATRIQ. So if you put that in, it's just one word. That'll take you to my YouTube channel. I do have some things that are posted on there. Check those out. It's new stuff to oldest stuff. The one that's listed as my first time on stage is it was literally the first time on stage at Laughs, and it has some jokes that I have written and I haven't done here tonight. But one of my favorite jokes is on there. People don't seem to think it is as funny as I do, but it's one of my favorite jokes. if you knew me, it's very ironic because it's a drug joke, and I've never done drugs in my life other than alcohol, so it's a very funny joke to me. That's the irony of it. So I qualify as a medical marijuana patient as well. I just haven't had the opportunity to tell the doctor yet. So maybe then, I don't know. But here is Carolyn, or maybe Walt, I don't know. Oh, we're going on to Walt?
I got a rainbow
with Walt
of
coming.
happiness.
He's got some things coming up this evening.
I'm so thrilled to be on the Patrick Payton show today. I can't tell you how much. Shut the fuck up. Did you miss the part about I had prostate surgery and a year and a half ago and I have to pee? At any rate, I will be at Fort Huachuca tonight for a show, which I wouldn't drive down there for it, but unless you're in the Army and happen to be going home. Right, and I'm getting paid for this one. The Army's got plenty of money, trust me.
There you go.
Also, I have a couple of private shows coming up, and well, I have one also on November 17th for VFW out there in Marana, and a couple of private shows in December for the Air Force, and a trailer park, because that's the way my career's going. Yeah. But they're my people. It's in a senior trailer park.
That's okay. Amber just opened that and I heard angels singing. Yep. There's a bucket of Jello shots.
I'm on Facebook, Facebook.com/Walt Maxim, Facebook.com/Walt Maxim. You can email me at namcomic, that's NAMCOMIC at AOL.com. I'm also on Twitter, just under Walt Maxim, and once again, I appreciate being here.
I appreciate you being here.
This is Jerry Robin again, and I'll be riding the coattails of Patrick since I'm new in town, and until I'm discovered and aired on the Johnny Carson show or something. I don't know. So thanks a lot, and thanks for tuning in.
Thank God it's Jerry riding my coattails and not Sean Nash. That'd be a hell of a lot to drag around. Thank you all very much. The people who are here in the bar today, we greatly appreciate you being here. And those of you watching on Facebook, I guess we're up over 300 right now, and hopefully we can get more. Please come and see us at Laughs, and hopefully we can get something going on here on a permanent basis at the River's Edge too during the week, so you don't have to wait till the weekend to come in and laugh about what's going on instead of drowning your sorrow. Well, you can drown your sorrows here too.
Yeah, you can. Amber's the best Bloody Marys in the world.
Best Bloody Marys in the world. I've had my second one today, so.
Me too.
Here's Carolyn, our host. Thank you all very much.
It's so weird being called Carolyn. You're one of the few people who ever does that, and it's like, who? What? Oh, that's me. It's schizophrenia. I hate it. Yay. So anyways.
Yay for personality disorder.
I know.
We love you, Robert.
I hate having bipolar disease. Yay, it's fun. So anyways, it's all the ADOS, attention deficit and shiny. So I am totally that, and I have like a rainbow of happiness right now. So, regardless of, I have purple and pink and red and orange. And what are you doing? Don't take, holy fuck me, yay.
Taste the rainbow.
Oh my God. I'm hearing angels sing. I don't care what the fuck you people are doing right now. I'm just, yeah, see ya. Anyways, shiny.
Squirrel.
Boobies. Anyways.
Boobies.
We'll just get them all. Fuck it. I just, it just whatever. I really, first off, want to thank all of you, because Saturday mornings I usually lay in bed going, holy fuck, what do I do this for? I want to be sleeping, and I have to do this. So the fact that you guys came out to do this, to help me out, to help Patrick out, to get the word out, I really truly appreciate it. Absolutely love the first set. Sure, I'm gonna like the next couple guys up there. Anybody who does want to see this again, it will be on my YouTube page, which is Trouble in AZ1. I'm going to be posting them on Patrick's page as well and sending them out to the guys. So if you are friends with them or, have access to their stuff, it will be, I'm quite sure, on their pages and everything too. If you do want to see it before that though, the Trouble in AZ1 page, I should get them uploaded depending on how drunk I get Saturday nights. Usually by Sunday afternoon. We can't promise anything, and it's looking to be a really good weekend. So anyways, once again, thank you so very much. We're gonna take a tiny little break, then we'll get Patrick up to introduce the next two guys. So stick around. Thanks for joining us so much. Stick around for some more laughs. Thanks, guys.